This is the Skyler Jarvis Show!
What's up, everybody? This is the Skyler Jarvis Show. I'm your host, Skyler, and today we're back with my boy Carson.
What's good, YouTube?
What's good, Apple Podcasts? What's good, Spotify?
We're back again. Bro, the Apple Podcast and the Spotify, that thing's been tricking.
Hasn't.
Spotify has been tricking out, yeah, because it hasn't been loading anything, so I hadn't been able to upload anything.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't been loading up, so we're on a delay.
We're on a delay
for Spotify and Apple Podcasts as of right now.
So,
until further ado.
So, if you want to keep up to date with Skyler Jarvis Media, I recommend you guys coming to YouTube.
Yes.
Because that's where a lot of the action's happen. And then
if they listen to it, it probably will only be on YouTube right now.
Yes. So,
shout out.
We're also going to be doing some stuff outside of the podcast coming up. I'm going to try my hand at doing a book review. And I'm really looking forward to that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Be looking out for that. And
very excited for that.
If you are just watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Amazon Music, wherever you get it, just like Carson said, the thing is delaying. So
yeah, just look out. Just be on the lookout.
And plus, being on YouTube, you get everything the day it comes, the day we release it on YouTube. So that's another good advantage of subscribing to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, go subscribe right now.
Not only
immediately.
Not only that, but we have already we have Drummond vlogs up, and we have some stuff coming up. Like we've got some stuff coming up. Just keep on the watch for stuff like that. And without further ado, let's start today's podcast.
Let's go ahead and start this stuff.
So, how have you been, Carson?
You know what, man? I have been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean,
and I think that everything is great.
Yes.
For my standards, at least. Actually, you know what? For my standards, everything has been okay.
Okay.
But everything can use improvement.
Yeah.
Everything.
I hear that,
Anything can be improved.
As human beings, we even though we feel like we're, where we're supposed to be, there's always different ways we can improve ourselves.
Most definitely.
It's up to us whether we try and explore that or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, I always try to challenge myself and be like, yeah, what?
Yeah. Just be like straight up,
just be straight up with it.
Just be straight up with yourself.
Exactly. You always got to be
honest
with yourself.
And you need to be taking accountability where you need to take accountability.
Exactly.
Actually, you need to be taking accountability not just for the good things,
but for the bad
things as well.
Because you know what? That makes you
makes you who you are.
That makes you who you are, exactly. And that makes
you are the person in the mirror.
I'm gonna reference Game of Thrones for a minute.
Okay, let's hear it.
It has to do with this.
Okay.
But it's, if you haven't seen the show, it's at the very beginning. It's where Tyrion, is talking to Jon, and Jon, is a bastard, and he's a bastard son.
Oh.
They're actually using that word the right way.
Oh yeah.
So because that's what bastard means. But anyway, Jon gets offended when Tyrion says, you're Ned Stark's bastard, aren't you?
Dang.
And he
starts getting a bit spicy, don't he?
Yeah, he's like, did I offend you? Tyrion's like, did I offend you? I'm, sorry for that.
Yeah.
But never forget what you are. The rest of the world won't. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you. You know?
Amen. Amen. Wear it like armor, and it can't be used to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's like, that kind of reminds me of that one scene in 8 Mile. You ever seen that movie?
Of course I've seen 8 Mile.
Yeah, bro. 8 Mile is an amazing movie. And in that one scene, he goes in. It's like all the hype in the whole movie leads up to this rap battle.
Yes,
and then,
I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. And then as soon as
he gets up there, he's like,
Rabbit went first, and as soon as he gets up there, he starts laying out the whole anything that
his
opponent could have used against him. So he just laid it all out so that and then whenever it was the next guy's turn, he couldn't say anything. There's nothing he could have said because he already laid everything that he would have said about him out. So he basically just took his whole plan book and just laid it all out there.
And then after that, his opponent was just sitting there like,
he didn't say anything,
done.
did he?
No, he didn't say nothing. He was just like, I'm done.
Yeah. That was great. That's a really good movie.
It is.
Shout out.
Get Rich or Die Trying, too.
I've never seen that.
Huh? You've never seen that one?
I've never seen that.
It's not, it's a life of, it's a good movie. Just check it out,
It's
man.
a good movie. Just check it out.
I'm not going to spoil that one for you.
Well, we just spoiled 8 Mile. We might as well spoil the rest of them, too.
Well, I think it's, I'm not sure, but I think it's a life story of 50 Cent.
Listen, man.
Kind of like 8 Mile.
I seen Wicked the other day in theaters. And I did not want to go see it, but my parents forced me to go see it with them. So I went with them. So I did not like it.
You didn't like Wicked?
Yeah, I didn't like Wicked because it was a musical. So I think that anything that is a musical is automatically just chopped. Like the rating is an automatic, the highest that it could be.
Right.
Is probably like a 50%. That's probably the highest that it could possibly be if it's a musical. Sorry about that, but that's just what it is.
I think if a musical's done the right way, like there's some musicals that you just like, no, I can't get through this.
I think that it was one of the better musicals that I've ever seen. I think that it's probably up there in the top ones, but I don't like musicals at all. I hate musicals.
I mean,
that's just my current opinion now.
I'm a big music fan, and I'm not a big fan of musicals.
I may change my mind.
There's times my mom and papa will be getting it and watching a musical, and they'll be like, Skyler, listen to this, it's a musical. And I'm like, I'm not a big fan of musicals. The music fan that I am, I've just never been a big fan of them.
Exactly. It's just
The Wizard of Oz.
I think that they're very cheesy. It's very cheesy.
Yes.
Because it's like a serious moment within a movie, and then they break out into singing, and it kind of ruins
reality,
the dramatic effect of it. It breaks reality, exactly. And I think that whenever I'm watching a movie, I want to enter in a whole different world, but I don't want it. I want it to be realistic.
Right.
From my perspective, I would like for a movie to be somewhat realistic, and me watch the movie and step in that world and be like, oh my gosh, this could be real. Like, I don't want to watch a movie and then think that I'm watching a movie, if that makes any sense. I kind of want to be absorbed in whatever it is. I mean, and that goes for art in general. Like, if I'm listening to some music, I don't want to think of the music as it's music. I don't want to be very, very like, I don't want to look at it as surface level. That's why, you got to have good production within the music and good production within any of the art.
Yeah.
In order for it to be realistic and something that you can really feel.
I've never read sheet music.
Never read sheet music?
No.
I haven't either.
Because, I mean, it's just came so naturally for me. always been a huge fan of music, and I know what chord I was making, and I was self-taught as well. Playing piano. Well, I had piano lessons when I was younger.
Oh, yeah?
Because Mama wanted me to, succeed in it, and then I started playing the drums, and I was like, man, this is what I ought to be doing.
Yeah.
And
then you just started drumming away.
And then I
started just drumming away.
I got my first drum set
Uh-huh.
in 2016.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Big shout out.
I still have that set, by the way.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Big shout out.
So
yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there you can really feel.
I've never read
sheet music.
I've always went with
that's all right.
what I hear, and
you just went with the rhythm.
Went with the rhythm.
I'm cool with it.
Heck yeah.
I like going with the rhythm, man. That is really nice. We're going with the rhythm. That's what we're doing. Whenever we do these podcasts, we just go with the rhythm. You heard?
So, shout out to my boy Chasen.
Shout out,
man.
Yeah, shout out.
So,
what does he get a shout out for?
Well, he actually wants to get on this podcast one day.
Oh, well, let's get him on here.
Heck yeah, man.
Is he
I
cool?
told him today, he's cool.
Okay.
He's actually commented on several of my videos.
He has. I think that I've seen his name before. Shout out.
Yeah, man.
Shout out, man. Big time shout out. I'm very proud of you, Chasen. Chasen? Is that what you said it was?
Yes, Chasen.
Shout out, man. Big shout out to you. Enormous shout out to you. You get a greatly, overly, explosive shout out.
Another thing, my papaw made it out of surgery.
Yeah, how's your papaw going, man?
He made it out of surgery. Yeah, he's all good.
Shout out to papaw.
He's got a bandage on his neck.
Oh man.
They had to operate.
I talked to a guy the other day that has neck arthritis.
Neck arthritis.
Yes, sir, and he is 80 years old. Shout out.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
We're not going to disclose his name, but he has neck arthritis.
But thank you for all the prayers. Everybody that seen my Facebook post on my personal page, thank you so much.
What about my boy with neck arthritis? Why can't we give him a shout out?
Yeah, I said shout out.
Why can't we give him prayers, man?
Prayers for him. We'll send prayers out to him.
We'll send prayers out to anybody that needs it.
But I was saying thanks to everybody.
God.
Thanks to everybody that was sending prayers out for my papaw.
Yes.
It was well felt.
Well appreciated.
Well appreciated.
Amen.
And thank all of y'all.
And thank the Lord.
Yes, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord for all you got. For everything you got. You better thank the Lord. What's the coolest thing you ever got?
What's the coolest thing I ever got?
Like, you just random. Like, whenever, like...
Gosh.
I'm talking about, like, whenever you... Maybe if you find something, or it's just like the coolest thing. Like, you come by, like... It's a crazy feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the coolest thing I ever got.
The coolest thing you ever got. Yeah, I want to know.
It's hard. That one's hard.
That's a tough
dude.
one, ain't it?
That one's hard.
I'm always busting out some crazy questions, ain't I, man?
Yeah, man.
Crazy ones.
For sure.
Ones that we need to know. But they are a little bit random, but y'all need to know this stuff.
I'm still trying to think of the coolest thing I ever got, dude.
Let's hear it, man.
I'm
got some pretty cool headphones.
Dude,
that was cool. That was really cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. You also got a drum set.
Yeah, that
cool.
Ludwig kit is pretty fire.
Pretty cool. That is
Yeah.
pretty cool, man. That is pretty.
I
cool,
love. I
man.
like it. It
something
sounds like something I would play on.
Yeah, it sounds like
For sure.
jungle drums.
Jungle drum. This sounds like metal drums.
Sounds like metal jungle drums.
Metal jungle drum.
Yeah.
We're gonna play them out in the jungle.
We're gonna play them out in the jungle. Metal. We're gonna play
We're
pure
gonna-
metal out
We're
in the
gonna
jungle.
play. We're gonna play Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
What's
Well-
your favorite Guns N' Roses song?
Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh yeah, that is a pretty crazy song, man. It is it's a
Speaking-
very, very popular song, but I think that it's a very, very good song.
It is. It is.
Shout out to Guns N' Roses. Shout out.
Hope Axl Rose is behaving.
Yeah. I hope my buddy
Yeah.
with neck arthritis is gonna be all right too.
Yeah, man.
I really hope, and I pray.
We're gonna send prayers out to him.
Shout out, man. We're sending prayers out to you. It's a big shout out. So what do you think about it, man?
What do I think about what?
What do you think about anything that's going on? What's your favorite thing that's happening right now that you're invested in?
Well, I would say reading A Song of Ice and Fire.
Ice and Fire? A Song of
Yes.
Ice and Fire? What is that?
The Game of Thrones books.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
gosh.
I mean,
I just don't pay attention, man.
yeah. Well, I was just, book 3, I think.
Uh-huh. You're on book 3 right now?
I'm in book 3.
How many
yeah.
books are there?
There's 5.
5.
It's an incomplete series, but he's been working on the 6th book for like 10, 11 years, I've heard. So
Is
yeah.
the show,
the show's complete.
is it completely different from the book, or is it the same? And how is the show complete if the series of the books is not complete?
The first 4 or 5 seasons of it are really close to the book. There's some changes, but it for the most part it sticks to the book. There's certain scenes that are almost page for page.
Really?
Yes.
I think I've heard of that before. And I heard that it's a very good series as well.
The Godfather was like that too.
The Godfather, dude, I love The Godfather.
Yeah. The movie was just like the book. Like there was
I never read the book.
There was some scenes in that movie that are right off the page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good movie series too. It's like 3 movies, isn't it? 3 movies?
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, and then the last one is
The last one people really didn't like the last
the death of
one. Michael Corleone.
Michael Corleone. Yep. I honestly, it wasn't as good as the first 2, but it was still pretty good. It kind of tied some loose ends together a little bit. But I am not a big fan of I'm not going to say that I'm not a big fan of the third one, because it was still good, but I don't think that it was as good as the first and the second one.
Did you know that when they made the Godfather movie, they had people from
Had people tweaking.
Cosa Nostra and stuff. They're basically saying you can't use the word Cosa Nostra or mafia or anything.
Why?
Well, because they were secret back then, dude.
They were the ops, wasn't
yeah,
they?
they were the mob.
Dang. So they just they just couldn't say anything about it.
No.
Dang. Well, was it against the law?
See, I like to do research on stuff. Like, if I'm watching something or listening to something, I like to get
You like to get your
background
hands
research.
dirty on it.
Exactly. I like to do background research.
Oh yeah.
What was this guy's life like? What was his motivations? What was
the things that he did?
What motivated him to do, some people write some of the movies they do, or what were their mindsets going into stuff like that?
Yeah. I think about that a lot too. I think about a lot of the behind the scenes things, because there's a lot more to the
Right.
especially whenever it comes to entertainment. Like anything, like books, movies, music. Like there's a lot of things going on in the background to make everything what it is.
Right.
Or to put together what we think that it is.
So, yeah, man.
Did you follow along with that?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Are you sure? Maybe not.
Yeah, man.
All right, just be cool, man. What was the next thing you was going to say? Was you about to say something?
So, back to the Wicked movie. Like,
Let's get back to it.
what would you say, how much on a scale of 1 to 10 did you like it? I mean, because you said it was...
In all...
You said it was on your top musicals for sure.
It was on my top musicals for sure, but like what I said, I think that the highest rating that a musical could get for me for an overall film is a 50%. See, 100% is a movie that is just absolutely amazing. Like that is just the whole movie all around. This is just me being a movie critic right now.
Right.
Like 100% is just, everything is just phenomenal. I really love this movie, and in just a lot of parts about the movie is objectively good as well, or most parts about it. I think in this movie, I think that it was very okay for a musical, because I can only love a musical 50%. Like the other parts of the movie besides the musical aspect was all right. I wasn't a big fan of the whole plot. Like I didn't find it very, I didn't find it very amusing. And it's nothing against the actual plot itself. It's just I personally didn't find it very amusing. I can't really find anything to like poke holes in it.
Right.
But it's hard to come up with an answer for it too, because it's a musical. Right. And you can't judge it like you judge the other movies as well. So I'd probably give it about a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 10 because it looked nice. And it was an alright looking movie.
At my Thanksgiving get together,
Mama
or
we
Papa
had
and
Thanksgiving.
Todd,
We didn't even talk about Thanksgiving.
Papa was talking to Todd about it, and I think somebody had went and seen it in my family or something.
Wicked.
Yeah. And they were talking about it. Papa doesn't like the Wizard of Oz. He doesn't like the flying monkeys.
Oh, that's what a lot of people say.
Yeah.
I've heard that. So many different times. I don't even recall it. I don't even know if I've ever... maybe I've seen it once whenever I was younger. The Wizard of Oz. Isn't there multiple movies?
Yeah, but the first one's always the best one.
Yeah, but wasn't that from like the 20s? Or like the 30s or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about all that. Because it's compared to the movies nowadays, it's just so low quality. And we're so used to nowadays, like, event happening after another. One event happened after another. Now everybody's ADHD, So their attention span is way shorter.
Way
so
shorter.
then now whenever they make movies, they keep that in mind whenever they're making the movies. So then it's like a constant run of events that is going on instead of it being more drawn out because people aren't like how they used to be.
I honestly think if it's drawn out, if it's done the right way, mainly for me, like I don't mind a movie being drawn out or, a book being really long. I don't care really. It just all that matters to me is the details and, because longer books get you invested in worlds more. Movies that are actually made, like Martin Scorsese. I like his movies, because they're all good movies. And I like, a lot of people complain, oh, they're too long, but his movies are master classes, dude.
Most definitely.
And like The Wolf of Wall Street.
That's such a good movie.
That is a good movie.
That's probably one of my favorite movies. That and Lawless.
Lawless.
Yeah.
That's him.
No, that's not. I don't think that's him, but it's a very good. That's up there with my top 5.
And
actually,
Goodfellas, Casino.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I don't think that I've ever seen Goodfellas.
Have you seen Casino?
Nope.
Man, you need to watch those, dude.
I don't really watch much TV or watch many movies anymore. I need to get into it a little bit more, but I just don't really have as much time like I used to. Shout out.
Like, even when I do the movies, even when I watch movies, if there's a book for it, I'm reading the book along with the movie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you mean along with the movie?
Like,
oh, you're watching the movie after you read the book?
yes.
Oh, I thought that you was implying that you was doing both simultaneously.
Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Huh?
Don't ask me how, but sometimes I do.
Yeah, just be cool, man. Just be cool. I'm with it.
Yeah, man.
Do you ever read your books in double speed?
Double speed? No.
You never do that?
No.
I do that every once in a while.
I never have.
Have you ever tried it?
No, I like to read it whenever. I like to read it normally because it's, you take everything in better.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
When you're
I was just talking about this with my buddy the other day.
When you're reading it very fast, it's like sometimes you might not understand a word it's saying. It's like,
yeah, okay, so that's what I was
hold
just.
on, what was he saying?
That's what I was just telling my buddy the other day, Cole. We're Wraith Hoops on Wholehearted Entertainment, bro. We was talking about this the other day, and he was telling me how he listens to, or he was trying to watch a whole anime series. And he said that if he had it on 2 times speed, it was going to take him like 8 days or something. And so then I was talking to him about, like, he told me that he listens to some books too in 2 times speed. And I was thinking, like, because from my understanding, whenever you read a book, you obtain more information than if you listen to the book. And whenever you read the book, you probably obtain, like, I think that you obtain, this is probably wrong answers, but it's something like this. Whenever you read the information, you obtain 60% of it. Whenever you listen to it, you obtain like 20% of it. And then, I'm thinking that if you listen to it in double speed, it'd probably be half of 20. So you're probably obtaining 10% of the information. But like we was just talking about, some books are drawn out, and have excessive information in them. And, some of the books are, some people started writing a book and then they put all the information out. They lay it out within the first, half of the book. And then the last half of the book is kind of slacked off.
Yeah.
Because the infatuation period runs out whenever they're writing the book, I assume.
Some books are overly long. Like there are some books that just drag, but they're like these Game of Thrones books. They're
They don't drag.
they don't drag. They are long. Don't get me wrong.
They're super duper long.
Yeah. The audio books are like 30
audacity.
some dude. They're like 30 some hours.
Oh.
long. Yeah.
If you put it in double speed, you can get that done in half of that.
Right. But
You can do it. You can
do
obtain the 10% of the information.
But you can, yeah.
You'll get the gist of it.
But there will be some segments, at least for me, that like you'll want to be like it'll
That
say
you'll
a
want to
word.
really absorb.
Dude, it'll be like that. Yeah, right. That
Yeah.
you really want to absorb more, but it's reading it, 2 times speed. So
Yeah.
where you might understand a word normally, it's reading it 2 times that. So
Well, and probably like the voices too are, more dramatic as well. The way that the script is read too.
right.
That probably adds also to the visualization in your head, in your imagination, and how like you see how it is.
Right. So I've always preferred just to read them normally.
Well, shout out. Not everybody can read it at 10,000%.
No.
I'm
Believe
not
me,
certain
I've
I can
tried.
either. Yeah. Oh, you tried? I thought you just said that you didn't try.
No, I didn't. I never said I didn't try, dude.
Oh.
I said that
It's just another instance of me not paying attention.
I never have.
Oh, you never tried it. So you have tried it.
I never have, like,
Never have you
preferred
ever.
it, dude.
Have you ever played Never Have You Ever?
No.
I think that I played it a long time ago, and I don't remember how to play it. Shout out.
Shout out. So how was your Thanksgiving, dude?
Man, my Thanksgiving was wonderfully amazing.
Wonderfully amazing.
Yes, I went and ate with my mother and my father, and we had an amazing Thanksgiving dinner.
That's good, man.
Yep. And it was pretty good. We had turkey. There was stuffing. My mama makes a really good stuffing. I think that it's got like cranberries or something in it. There was this corn. It's called like a corn casserole or like corn confetti or something like that. It's like cream corn, and it's got like peppers, and it's got, I don't know if it's got like onions in it or not, but if there is, it's a very, very small amount. And there is bacon on top of it. There's a bunch of bacon crumbles. That's really good. Man, there was rolls. She also made broccoli casserole. Not a big fan of broccoli casserole. And chocolate eclair.
Chocolate eclair.
Yeah, man. Big shout out.
Big shout out.
Yeah, man. What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
Well, since Papa's surgery was the week of Thanksgiving, we just decided to do ours today.
Shout out to Papaw.
Shout out Papa, and shout out to the whole family who turned up,
who
Thank
participated.
you guys.
Thank you
And
guys so much.
We love you. Thank you so much.
I love you too.
I was actually gonna invite you, dude.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
When was it today?
yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, that's all right, bro. It's all right, man. It's all good. We chilling out.
Heck yeah.
I had to
man.
get some stuff done around here anyway, so it's no problem, man.
Did you get it done?
I got a lot of things done today, actually. I got quite a bit of things done today. I'm actually pretty proud. I do have to take a whiz, though. I'm not going to lie to you. What do you think that's funny? Ow. Ah, dang it.
No, my ear was itching, dude.
Uh-oh. Did you get the earwax out of there?
Not the ear wax. I got
Oh, not your earwax. Your earwax wasn't itching. It was your ears themselves.
Yes.
Understandable.
You crazy, dude.
I'm crazy.
You crazy. Cray.
Nah, bro.
Heck yeah, you are.
No, I'm tweaking and geeking.
Geeking and tweaking.
Geeking and
And
tweaking,
freaking.
bro. Honestly, bro, we could probably wrap this up right here, man.
Heck yeah, I was getting ready to say the same
Yeah,
thing.
man. We got a good 35 minutes in here. This would be a perfect time for me to go take a whiz.
Heck yeah. So
Heck yeah.
for the another reminder, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that stuff, you know, we're having trouble getting it on there. So if you see this on YouTube, I would subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to keep up with anything Skyler Jarvis Media and Wholehearted Entertainment. So I assume that applies for your channel as well, Carson. Okay, he went and took a whiz. So without further ado,
This is Skyler Jarvis
signing off.
Peace.